Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Math Bender. I'm Adnan Zedi, and this is my second session on functions where I will discuss about composite functions. Let's start. So, a function within a function is a composite function. For example, if I say a function is one function f of x is equals to 2x plus 3, there's another function which is g of x which is x squared. Now, if I say what is f of g, this is as same as f of g of x. Plugging in the value of g in f. So let's say if I have to write down, so f of x is equals to 2x plus 3, and f of g means f of, instead of x, I place the whole value of g of x, which is x squared, which is going to be obviously replaced by 2 times x squared plus 3. So f of g is going to be 2x squared plus 3. Similarly, if I say what is g of f, so g times, instead of f of x, which is as same as g of the f of x is going to be 2x plus 3, I placed in the whole thing. This is going to be x squared, which was g, I place 2x plus 3. So similarly, we'll solve some more questions. I just need to let you know beforehand that f square can also be written as f of f or f of x. This does not mean f of square. If they want you to write down, find out f of square, they'll write it like this. This means f of square. But f squared like this means f of f. Similarly, f cubed means f of f. So this is composite functions basics. Let's see some of the questions here. Now, for the first one, you can see that f of x is equals to x plus 6. And you have to, and g of x is going to be x minus 3. So first step, finding f of g means f of g means this is f plus 6. So this thing was x. So instead of that, I replace it with the value of g, which is x minus 3. So f of g now becomes x minus 3, opening the bracket, plus 6, which gives you x plus 3. I'll move on to a difficult question relatively. So for b, f of x is equals to 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. G of x is equals to 5x. Now, f of g means that in f of x, you place g, value of g. So 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. These values are these values instead of x. So these are the empty spaces because I'm going to insert the value of g in it. And g was 5x, so I write 5x instead of x squared and 5x instead of x. Now this will become, after simplifying it, becomes 5 squared is 25x squared minus 15x plus 1. And eventually f of g becomes 50x squared minus 15x plus 1. Let's see question number D. So f of x is equals to 4x over 3 and g of x is equals to x squared minus 9. So here, if I say f of g, this means 4, instead of x, I let it be as open bracket over 3. And in that x, I write x squared minus 9. Plugging in the value of g instead of x. The same way, if I have to find out g of f, so this is my g function, which is x squared minus 9, and instead of x I write 4x over 3. This gives you 16x squared over 9 minus 9. You can simplify it to find out the smallest value. Let's see more question here. Now, for this part, I'll solve each and every one of it. So f of x is x to the power of 4 and g of x is root x squared plus 36. So let's say if I solve f of g, so f of g is going to be, now in f you place in the value of g. So f was x to the power of 4. Instead of that, I wrote x squared plus 36. And I can write this as f of g can be written as x squared plus 36 root squared whole squared. I broke that power into 2, which can be equals to x squared plus 36 whole squared. You can further simplify it as x to the power of 4 plus 36 times 2 is 72x squared plus 36 squared. Now g of f. So finding out the value of g of f. So in g you place the value of f. So g of f is going to be root, instead of x squared plus 36. Now as you could see, I'm writing down the value of x to the power of 4. This is my f. So now this is going to be, root remains as is, x to the power of 4 times 2 is 8 plus 36. There's nothing much you can do about it now. Now part C. So f of 0. Now there are two ways that you can solve this. First step, I'll solve the conventional way, which is f of 0. So first step is you find f of x. So f of f means in x to the power of 4, you place x to the power 4 again, hence giving you x to the power of 16. And then this is f of x is equals to x to the power of 16, and then place the value of 0 instead of x, which gives you 0. Now I'll solve this g of negative 2 with the other approach. So for part D, g of 2, so g of x is equals to root x squared plus 36, and I need to find out g of negative 2. So first step, find g of negative 2. This is going to be root negative 2 squared plus 36. So negative 2 squared is 4 and 36 plus 4 is going to be root 40. This is the value of g of negative 2. You place this value in the function again. So g of, rather than writing g of negative 2, you can straight away write g of 40, because the value of g of negative 2 is under root 40. So this is going to be root 40 squared plus 36, plugging it in this again. Now this is going to be root and square cancels out, hence root 40 plus 36, which is equals to root 76. Now let's move forward and check the last question of the day. Now f of x is negative x, so the value of f of x is negative x, g of x is x minus 1, and h of x is going to be 1 over x plus 2. You have to find out h g f of 1. The simplest way of writing it down is first find f of 1, then plug in the value of f of 1 in G, and then later on put that whole thing G f of 1 in H. That could be the simplest way of solving it down. So first finding f of 1. So f of 1 is going to be, as you know, f of x is minus x. So instead of x, I place it minus 1. So f of 1 is minus 1. So this is the value of f of 1. Now placing the value of f of 1 in g of, so in g of f of 1 is g of negative 1, because instead of f of 1, I place the value of negative 1 in it. Now this is going to be minus 1 instead here, and minus 1, which gives you negative 2. Now I need to just find out h of negative 2 now. This is going to be 1 over minus 2 plus 2, and hence is equals to 1 over 0, and it reaches infinity. Hence this is not possible to evaluate h of g of f of 1. I'll discuss more on inverses in my next session. Until then, take care. Bye.